Hi guys, today I will teach you how to use scriptable objects, which is pretty useful way on how to speed up your game development. You can use scriptable objects, for example, when you have like multiple items or multiple enemies, and all of those enemies have just the same variables, like they have some attack speed, defense, and so on. But you need to have multiple instances of the enemy, and each of those enemies you want to have different values. So today I will be showing it to using this card example. So I have multiple card objects which all share the same variables, but each one of them has different values. So I have just made some quick display for those cards, and I can easily import the card here, and you can see that each card has different name, health, mana, and so on. You could easily add a lot more variables. Let's get started. So I just have this basic script for displaying the card values. I have just some texts, and then I'm setting those texts according to the data of the card scriptable object, which I obviously haven't created, so I have just it commented here. So how do we create the scriptable object? It's actually pretty easy. We can just create new C# script, name this for example card. And here we can just delete all of those voids and add some variables. So for example, public string, which can be for the name. We can also add some public float, which can be for the health, and also another float, which will be for the mana. Obviously, you can add anything else. For example, some sprites, if you would want to have like custom crafting system. For example, here you can add for those items, you can add all of those sprites, values, and all of that stuff. And also we need to remove the extension of the mono behavior and write here scriptable object. And we need to create a set menu. So just say create asset menu, which will make it that we can actually create instance of this object in the assets, and just import the file name. This can be something like card, and also the menu name. So here we can just create new folder, which will be scriptable objects, and then just create the card object under the folder. And like this, we can just right click in the assets, hit create, and you can see that here is the folder that we named scriptable objects, and under it we have the card. So we can just create the card, name this card, and here under the scriptable object we can set those values. So we can set the name to like something like card1, set the health, set the mana, and then we can create another instance of this same scriptable object, which can be card1, and set it some different name, different health, and like this you could do it for all of the other stuff. If you would have some items in your game, each item could have its own like health, some weight, some sprite that shows when you pick it up, and all of that stuff. So that's pretty useful on how to handle multiple of the same items. And now when you want to access the scriptable object somewhere, let's say that you would want to access it in the inventory, or I want to access it in the card display, you just need to create new variable, which is of type of the name of the class where you have defined the scriptable object. So for me, it is just named card. So I will just create new variable of the type card, and then I can easily access all of those values of the card. So I can just set the name text to the card, which is how I named the variable, dot, and the name, because the name I have in the card class, I have named it name. Then do the same thing with the health, just card, dot health, and because this is float, I need to convert it to string, and so on. The same thing with the mana. And now, as I have created the variable, I can easily assign one of those scriptable objects, and it will show me values of this current scriptable object that I have assigned. So yeah, you can see that when I import here the card1, it shows me the values of the card1. Yeah, that works correct. I can import the other one card, and it will show me the right values. So we can see that scriptable objects in Unity are pretty useful. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!